Hello everyone and welcome back to more Let's Play the Dream Machine. In the last episode we just found out that this wall is actually separating this dream from Mr. Willard's dream, which is quite interesting. Also, Selma told us to go find the old wicked lady in her house and tell her that a lady of the forest sent us so that she finally lets us in. So let's go and do that. This is actually really well hidden, this pathway here. I like this. It's well done. Okay, over on the left here. These people are still standing here doing absolutely nothing. And over here there's actually still this woman sitting on the ground. We still haven't helped her get away, so maybe we should get to doing that at some point. But there's more important matters than bleeding women sitting on the ground right now, unable to move. Who's there? It's Victor Neff again, ma'am. We're stubborn, are we? You have 3 seconds to get off my porch, or I'll fling you to one of the corners of this forest. A lady of the forest sent me. Oh? Why didn't you say so right away? Come in, child. Alright then. Lovely. Hello. Very nice in here. A gigantic cauldron has been placed over an open flame. The cauldron only contains boiling water. A row of dried herbs hangs from the ceiling. This looks like chamomile, wolfsbane, an ice. Aloe? I don't know how to pronounce these things. This belonged to a gigantic bird once. Razor-sharp teeth line the beak. It looks like the skull of a deformed child. The jaw is missing and the top of the head has been cracked open. These candles seem to be made from beeswax, just like all the candles. It's very, very amazing. I like beeswax. Okay, hello, old woman. Hello? So you're a friend of Selma's? Excuse me if I don't get up, but the organ thief paid me a visit a couple of nights ago. Where did he? I can't see it. The pain is only bearable as long as I don't move. Alright, I'm sure that's why you don't move and not because the animators are very lazy. By all means. Sorry if I was a bit intrusive earlier. It's me who should be apologizing, dear. I mistook you for a member of the mob. They used to send new recruits my way. Sometimes I had to straighten them out. They don't anymore? No. I was their prime suspect for a while, but someone from their squad was attacked while others were spying on me. That gave me an ironclad alibi. They eased off a bit after that. Now, what can I do for you, Victor? I need to traverse a rather big obstacle. Can you teach me how to fly or anything like that? I'm afraid not, dear. That sort of magic takes years to learn. I might have a recipe for a potion that could help you. The only problem is that I'm not allowed to teach magic to the uninitiated. The havoc you might cause could be catastrophic. How do I become initiated? It's not that easy, child. Magical aptitude is not something which can be learned. You either have it or you don't. How do I know I have it? Have you ever made strange things happen? Have you made things float on thin air, or turned one object into another? No. Then you're out of luck. I can't teach you unless you show me something sufficiently impressive. Those are the rules. Alright then, so we have to show her a magic trick or something along those lines, I guess. Which I really can't think of anything in this stream that we can do with one of these items, really. I mean, I guess we could find a bandage behind her ear, but that's probably not going to impress her very much. So instead, let's focus on this lady for a bit. They're still not coming, huh? Guess I'll have to forge my own path. Don't be shy if you find something like a wagon. I'll give you my bow if you get me out of this mess. Alright, well, we actually do have some parts that could be built into a wagon, I guess, so let's see if she... Have you considered crafting some kind of cart so you can drag yourself along the ground? Frankly, yes, but I don't see any cart components lying around, do you? What about these? That's not half bad. I could build a base out of those. If you can find 4 wheels, I'd be much obliged. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, you really don't need 4 wheels on a wagon. You can also just use... If you're just gonna drag yourself along the ground with it, then it's fine if you just have 2, honestly. Which we do. What about these? These look pretty sturdy. If you can find 2 more wheels, I'd be much obliged. I'll see what I can do. Alright then, she won't be okay with just 2 wheels. So let's go find 2 more. There was one that actually both of them we've already seen. Who can remember? It's not all that difficult. They are both over here actually. Well, one is over there. Spoilers. Okay, so let's keep going here. One of them is actually the lid of the barrel that was in front of the house right here. So let's take that. They use this as a lid for the barrel, but it might make a decent wheel for a wagon. I hope they don't mind if I borrow it. Yeah, we're just borrowing it. We'll bring it back at some point. Right, and the other one is actually the door to the house of the squirrel. Which I hope it will just give it to us, because that would make very much sense. In adventure games, people always just give you things. Oh, are you hurt? You mean the bandage? It's nothing to worry about. That's good to hear. For a moment there, I thought the thief had struck again. I have to go. You know where to find me if you need me. Okay. That's a wonderful door. There's a small hole at the base of the trunk. It's covered by a small round door. I see you're admiring my front door. It's an old wagon wheel that I reinforced. Pretty nifty, eh? A wheel, eh? That sounds useful. Can I borrow it? And leave my treasure exposed to burglars? I think not. It'll only be for a few hours. Without a door, my treasure is defenseless. You'll be here to guard it, surely. I can't fight off thieves in this condition. I need all the reinforcement I can get. Right, so she wants something to reinforce the door. Which this is kind of a weird puzzle, but we actually already have this. It's this whistle right here, because then she can call for her friends. But before we give it to her, let's maybe try it for ourselves first. That's a pretty weak whistle. I don't think they heard that. And yeah, actually they don't hear it on any of the screens in the game. They will never actually come to your help. But what you can do, and I'll just show that off real quick, is you can use it when they're here. Trying out the whistle? Yeah. Don't use that thing lightly. We take the warning whistle system very seriously. Backup is just an earshot away. Well, yeah, of course, that'll work. Right, so let's go give this to the squirrel. Which is kind of mean, but that's fine. Can I trade you this warning whistle for your door? You can call the mob if someone tries to steal your treasure. It's only temporary, of course. Oh well, I guess that's a fair trade. At least my treasure won't be completely defenseless anymore. Great. Here you go. Thanks. Alright, now let's take this door. I'll just unhinge it carefully. And there we go. Okay, so now we have both wheels. That's wonderful. Of course we won't build that wagon. The lady has to do that herself, even though she has absolutely no legs. She doesn't even only have no legs, she has absolutely none. Okay, there you go. Such a nice guy. What about this? That looks pretty good. If you can find another wheel, I'd be much obliged. I'll see what I can do. But we already have it. There you go. What about this? That's not half bad. I can make my cart now. Finally I'll be able to get out of here. Please accept this bow as a token of my gratitude. Alright, thank you very much, that's wonderful. And she's just sitting there with still the same pose of her holding the bow and the quiver, which we didn't get. She didn't give us her quiver, you bitch. How dare you. Okay, well, with this bow we can actually do something really interesting. Because we still have this forked twig, because she didn't actually give us any arrows, and the only thing that we could possibly use is an arrow here. Except maybe the shovel, but that doesn't seem like a good idea, yeah. We can use this twig as an arrow. It's better than nothing, I guess. But what can we actually do with that? Well, we can do something very interesting and fun. So let's go do that very quickly. It's kind of a long walk. Chapter 5 actually, from here on out, actually involves quite a bit of walking, which is a little annoying, I guess. But I guess it's nowhere near as much walking as there was in Chapter 4, where you had to basically just try every combination. Well, I wanted to try every combination because, I don't know, I wanted to show off everything. But anyway, let's use bow with the passage. There we go. Amazing. The twig seems to be stuck on the other side of the wall. I'll secure the yarn on this end. There. That should hold it, hopefully. Okay, so now we have this wonderful little yarn over the abyss. The yarn seems secured on both sides, but it won't support my weight. Right, that's unfortunate. However, it might be possible that it supports our weight when we actually are small, which we can still do with that gun in Martin Willard's dream. Come on, go over there, Victor. Which, yeah, sure, let's try that out now. Because then maybe we can use the items that we got from Mr. Willard's dream in this one. Which seems kind of useful. And this will be quite a walk now, which is very much fun. That's... yay! This is like a pilgrimage with Victor. It's the best thing. Everyone wants that, right? We all love Victor. He has a very nice walk cycle. So there you go. Okay, there it is. Leave dream. Leave Selma's dream. Okay, we've seen that animation a couple of times now. And here we are, back in the apartment. I guess Miss Theed's tentacle can wait. I guess it can. Okay. Let's just keep this thing on, because it's kind of fashionable anyway. Oh, that wasn't... didn't want to do that, but oh well. Okay. I wonder what's up with that scream every time you go into a dream. Okay, and here's the twig. Let's look at that. It's the twig I shot from Selma's dream. That it is. Okay. So let's get tiny again. Yeah, we know. Okay, so let's see if we can now cross the void, finally. There's an opening on the opposing wall. Well, yeah, you all already knew that, Victor. And here's a wonderful little animation. Whoa! Look at that. So yeah, you now get to watch all of this. This takes about 2 hours. Just kidding. I guess it took 5 minutes, but oh well. I wonder if you actually calculated the speed he has. I wonder if this actually would take exactly 5 minutes. I would hope so, because otherwise I'd be really disappointed. Okay. Here we go. And by the way, the thing that we just did, it feels like that's a fairly impressive magic trick if you don't have a gun like that. I mean, people would be fairly impressed with that, I think. So let's see if we can maybe show this to the old Wiccan lady and get her to teach us some magic. That would be wonderful. We also still have this staff. We don't know what we could possibly use that for, but I guess we'll see in time. What else is there to do, actually? Excuse me. Hello, actually, what do you have to say? There he is, the man of the hour. Thank you for helping our scout get back to the fold. It would have been a tragedy to lose her. She has the finest eye on this side on the wall. Think nothing of it. Was there anything else? I guess not. Stay out of trouble, son. Okay, that was a good talk. That was wonderful. Alright. I wonder why these mushrooms are everywhere. They actually don't serve any purpose. Same with this rock statue here. I guess there's a lot of things that don't serve any purpose. Let's talk to the pumpkins one more time. The king returns. What is thy bidding, your highness? Give me a situation report. What shape is the kingdom in? Years of neglect has left the kingdom in a dire state. Our enemy to the south is amassing its army along our border. I'm afraid an attack might be imminent, sire. What do you suggest? Build a fortification line along the border. We must not let the land be overrun. Send troops to fortify the border. Very well, sire. What else? The state is almost bankrupt, sire. Mounting expenditures have left us in heavy debt. What do you think we should do about that? Increase taxes to refill the state's coffers. We can ease up once we're out of trouble. Increase all taxes by 2%. Very well, sire. What else? Our citizens are growing uproarious. Talk of revolt is spreading fast. What do you suggest? Place soldiers on the city streets. That should quell the rebellious urge. Station soldiers on every street corner. Very well, sire. What else? We don't have any allies. If war was to break out, we would stand alone. What do you suggest? Send envoys to our neighboring countries. Start forging alliances. Yeah, sure, that sounds good. Very well, sire. What else? Our army is weak and undisciplined, sire. They will not last long in a proper battle. What do you think we should do about it? Reinstate the draft. Start making soldiers out of young men. Enlist all able-bodied men over the age of 15, even though I hate that some countries do that. My country does that. It's awful. Fuck that. That's it, my liege. There's nothing more to report. Oh, alright then. I've got to go. We'll safeguard your kingdom in your absence, sire. Right. I hope my kingdom will strive. Alright, let's go see whether the Wiccan lady is sufficiently impressed by our magic trick. Whoa, that's it, child. Seems you know magic after all. Pretty impressive stuff, I might add. What type of ingredients did you use for the potion? Rosemary and rose petals? Stuffed animal fur? Hold on, I'll show you. No, don't show her. I used this gun. That's unlike anything I've seen before. Pretty sweet, eh? You don't just tell someone how you did your magic trick. That's not how it works. I don't know how you got hold of such a thing, but I suggest you be careful with it. Fear and doubt emanates from it. So will you teach me the potion you mentioned earlier? Of course, dear, but making it will be tricky. I'm out of ingredients. Figures. All of the ingredients can be found here in the forest. Here, let me give you the recipe. Thank you. Come back here once you've found them, and I'll instruct you how to make the brew. Thanks. Alright, so that's our new mission, I guess, to find all the 5 ingredients. I spoiled that it's 5. Jeez. Okay, so we need an acorn, a dove egg, a fresh grave dirt, some water lily stamen, I don't know how that's pronounced, and burnt lime. It's the recipe for the witch's potion. It requires a stamen from a water lily, I guess I'll just call it that, dirt from a freshly dug grave, an egg from a dove, some burnt limestone, and an acorn. Acorn. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. But I guess we're out of time for today, so we shall find all those 5 ingredients next time. Bye.